Yeah. So as I was saying, Vamsi, the other day we talked about few things. So maybe like let me open a folder called Python tutorial or something. Yeah. So in that we discussed arithmetic operators, we discussed data types, we discussed even or odd. We also discussed like how to get input from the user and everything. Okay. But just give. Sorry. Okay. So sorry. We turn on not disturb. Yeah. So as I was saying, maybe today we have to talk few more things. Okay, we have to discuss things about arithmetic. So we have to discuss strings, and we might have to discuss a little bit more about strings. Then we will move on to a new concept called list. So now list is actually going to play a really important role in machine learning and all. So we need to pay attention over there as well. And then we'll take a look at few string methods. Okay, this is just to get you accustomed to how strings work and everything. Okay, so let's say today we'll open the folder. I'll just open that folder. I'll call our folder. I think it was in code projects. I think it was in code projects, Python tutorial, right? Yeah. So here I'll just save the file. Sorry, I have to obviously create a new file. So I'm for creating a new file, and I'll save it as again red code projects Python tutorial. Yeah, string methods. Okay, .py. Right. So we saved it in Python. So here I can see that it is saved in Python format and everything. And in Python, I mean there are like Python, Python 3 and everything, but right now we are just going to use Python. Anyway, Vamshi, I mean, at the end of the day, we are not going to be using Sublime to be editing most of our text. In fact, we will be using things like something is called IDE and all. But for right now, we'll just use Sublime because this is really lightweight and we can like you know like it is really lightweight and we can open files easily. It doesn't consume too much RAM and everything. Okay, but after this, we will move on to a IDE, something like PyCharms or something, where we can write professional level Python and everything. Okay. Anyway, so today, since we are discussing strings, we know the string data type, right? We know that. Sorry, we know that strings can store sentences, paragraphs, words, or basically anything, right? Anything. I mean, as long as something is under, like double quotations, uh, strings can store them. Great. We know that. I mean, some example is, for example, a equals to, let's say I'm writing something like, I'll write our name as a first string, or variable name as first string, and I'm writing first string equals to hello world or something. Okay, and I'm writing print first string. All right. So I'm printing first string, and if I run this method, you know how to run that method, right? So obviously I'll have to like obviously, I have to first go to that directory. That directory is for me code projects. Inside code projects, I have a directory called Python tutorial, and now I have to run the method using Python tutorial. So I'm writing Python 3 string methods.py. So immediately you go, hello, I got hello world. Okay, but what if I wanted like a sentence like this? Like I want to print this sentence, something like. Uh, he exclaimed, he exclaimed, you are amazing. Okay. So I want to print this sentence, Vamsi. What I mean is, I want to print a sentence where I have double quotations inside that as well. Okay. So I want to print a sentence where we have double quotations in the output as well. So I need to get, he exclaimed, you are, basically, this is the sentence I want to print. He exclaimed, you are amazing. Like, I want double quotations inside double quotations. Okay. So there are two ways to do this. One way is to write this using single quotations. Like let's say I'm writing our second string. I'm writing second string equals to I'm going to initialize it with a single quotation. Then I'll write he exclaimed. Okay. Inside that I'll put double quotations, and inside that I'll write you are amazing. So our string is basically single quotations. Okay, our string is basically single quotations. Sorry, our string is basically single quotations, and inside single quotations I'm writing double quotations. Okay, so yeah, now I can print it, right? So I can write print second string. All right, and if I run it, okay, this is what I'll get. Uh, I'll get. Let me just run it. I'll get. He exclaimed, "You are amazing." Okay, just give me one moment, Vamshi. Hello. Hello. చెప్పండి. చెప్పండి. నేను బాగున్నా. నేను ఇప్పుడు ఇది ఆఫీస్లో వర్క్లో ఉన్నాను. నేను మళ్ళీ కాల్ చేస్తాను. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, Vamshi. Let me just begin. So we got he exclaimed, "You are amazing," right? So I wanted double quotations inside our statement, and I got it. Okay, but let's say, hello. Yeah. సో digiquest.in అని అందులో ఒక ఫోల్డర్ ఉంది కదా. ఆ, అవి ఆల్రెడీ యాడ్ చేసావా? అదే ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ అవి digiquest.in వెబ్సైట్లో యాడ్ చేయాలి. ఓకే. డాట్ ఇన్లో digiquest.in అని మనకు ఇంకో సైట్ కూడా ఉంది. అది ఇప్పుడు రీడైరెక్ట్ తీసేసి ఇప్పుడు పెట్టు అంటున్నా. ఓకే, అది కళ్యాణ్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత మాట్లాడు. ఓకే. Okay. Yeah. Let me see if I turned off microphone. Okay. Okay. So now I have printed the second string, and in second string I'll got this following thing, right? I got okay. So I got he exclaimed, "You are amazing." Okay. But what if I want to print this statement? Okay. Let me just do this. What if I want to print this statement? He exclaimed, "You are amazing." So basically, I also have a single quotation inside this, right? So I cannot use single quotations because Vamshi, if I use single quotations, the statement will end here. Okay, the statement will end at you. Okay, I cannot use single quotations. Okay, so in order to like tackle this issue, we write this in this format. Okay, so there is another format as well, but let's, in order to not complicate this anymore, we'll write it in this format. Okay, so whenever if you have double quotations inside double quotations, or if you have single quotations inside single quotations, let's say for now we have single quotation inside single quotation. So we'll write the regular statement. We are writing he exclaimed. Then instead of you are, so I have to put backslash and then put this. So if I write backslash this will get printed, and it will not be considered under the regular one. So he's writing you are amazing. Okay. Now if I print third string, I'm printing third string, and let me just print it out. Sorry. Okay. So I got here. I got he exclaimed, "You are amazing." Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't put the double quotations. I mean, we also had double quotations as well, right? So let me put the double quotations and let me save it and clean this thing. Here you go. I got, he exclaimed, "You are amazing." Okay, so I got single quotations inside single quotations. And this is the same. Like if you wanted to put double quotations inside double quotations, like let's say we started this with double quotations, we just have to put backslash for these double quotations. That's all. Okay, let's say if I'm starting it with the double quotations, Vamshi. Okay, let's say I'm starting it with double quotations. So you see the sentence only ended here and it is not considering this part. Now if I want them to consider this part, I have to put here, here. Sorry, control C, this one. Basically, Vamsi, what I'm saying is that if you want to use one particular quotation inside that very same quotation, you have to cover it up with backslash. When you cover it up with backslash, you can use it without any issues. Okay, you can go ahead and use that thing without any issue whatsoever. So that is the meaning of these double quotations and everything. So I wanted to tell you about that. Okay. So if I run it right now, I won't get any problems. So here we go. I'm running it, and I got you are amazing and you are amazing without any problem. Now, okay, we discussed all these things, but now what we are going to do is we are going to take a look at a few methods. Okay. So we are going to take a look at few string methods. So string methods is nothing new. What I'm saying is there are plenty of methods for strings. Okay, there are plenty of methods for strings that actually do a lot of things. We'll just take a look at few methods so that you know how to use Python methods. For example, there is a method called title. So what the method title does is that let's say I'm writing I'm creating a string. I'm creating a string called name. Okay, and I'm writing the name as something like okay. I'm writing Vikram Aditya. Okay, I'm writing it in small letters. Okay, so let's say I'm writing Vikram Aditya. This is the name. Okay, and let's say I want to print the name. So I will comment all of these out. We don't need this inside. So yeah, print second string, and we don't even want to print the first string as well. So I have the name Vikram Aditya, and I want to print the name Vikram Aditya. So if I write print name, and if I run it right now, here you go. I just get Vikram Aditya. But maybe sometimes when you get some strings, maybe you want to print them in title because maybe you are getting input from the user and you are not sure that maybe the user capitalized the every first letter of his name or something. So we have a method called title. Here you go. So we have a method called title and you print it in this format. You write string dot title. So I just write this. That's all. So if I write name dot title, just check it out what I'll get. Okay. Sorry. I get Vikram Aditya. So what the title does is it capitalizes the first letter of each and every word. So that is the meaning of a method called title. Okay. Now let's say I want to find the length of the string. Like I want to find how many letters are present in this string or something. So there is another method called len. So if I write len, here you go. There's a method called len. So if you write len of an object, like if I put len of a string, it will give me an integer. Integer, why integer? Because it is going to give me the length of the string. So let's say I'm writing len name. Okay. And instead of because name there are also spaces and everything. So what we'll do, we'll first try it with something else. Okay. Let's say I'm creating a string called hello. I'm creating hello equals to hello. Okay. Then I want to print. Oh, I'm sorry. I want to print hello. Right. I want to print the statement hello. So let me just go ahead and try it out. So I got five. Why? Because there are five letters in hello. Now let's try it with instead of hello, let's try it with name. So I'm trying it with name and I'm writing Python 3. So I got 13. Apparently, so let's count this out. We have 3, 6, 4, 6. So these are 12. And it also counted the space between them. So basically, it is also counting the space. So it is saying that there are totally 13 spaces, I mean 13 letters in 13 characters in the string called name. Okay, what if we increase the space between Vikram and Aditya? Let's try it out. Okay, let's try to increase the space between Vikram and Aditya, and let's run it again. Okay. Mm, I got 14. Yeah, so you see, it also counts the spaces. Okay, it also counts the spaces. So that is the meaning of a method called length. Then there is a method called is lower. So what that method does is actually I have no idea what the method does. So let's check it out. So if I write something like is lower, what does the method do? I think I have to write. Mm, I don't know. Let's. I mean, if you are ever, like, if you ever want to know about a method, there are two ways. Like, you can just Google it. Okay, the easiest way to do is Google it. So I can write Python is lower. So it is giving me is lower method. What is the method is lower? Okay. Okay, apparently it returns true if all the characters in the string are lowercase. Otherwise, it returns false. Okay, that's just that. So let's just check it out now, right now. Okay, not this one. Here, let's say in hello, I'll make H capital. Okay, and I don't want. I'll just comment this out. Hmm. First of all, we'll try for Vikramaditya. So I'm writing print name dot is lower. Okay, here you go. Now it is telling us string dot is lower returns a Boolean character, returns true if all the characters in S are lowercase, and at least if one character is like capital one, it is returns false. Okay, okay, fine. So I'll print it out for name. Okay, now we'll print it. First, we'll print hello. Then I want to print hello dot is lower. Okay, so I'm checking name is lower and hello is also is lower. Like if does hello have everything in lowercase letters? Lowercase are like small letters. Uppercase means capital letters. So let me just run that program as well. So I'm writing here you go. For Vikramaditya, we got it true. I mean, basically Vikramaditya is actually in small letters. Since I use title, I'm getting capital letters. Okay. Even if, let's say if I remove the title part. Actually, I mean, since you will check out the code later and everything, I'll comment it out and I'll just print name. I'll just print name. Print name. Okay. Here you go. We have Vikramaditya. Since Vikramaditya, everything is small letters, it is true. Okay. Then we have hello. In hello, since the first letter happens to be a capital letter, we got the answer as false. Okay. So that is the difference between, so that is the method is lower. Then I think there is a method called count. I think what count does, as far as I remember, is it counts the number of particular words in a string or something. Like, let's say I'm writing something like I'm creating a new string. Okay. Uh, I'm going to create a string called I don't know, maybe oils. So I'm writing oils equals to almond oil, okay, coconut oil, peanut oil, sunflower oil, olive oil, and there are plenty of oils, but let's say these are our oils. Okay. Now, what I want to do is I want to print something. So I'll do something like print. I'm just commenting out all of these things, okay, all of the print statements. I'll write something like print oils, oils, oils dot count. Yeah, inside the count, I have to write something like how many oils are there. So I'm writing, let's say, oil. I think count method also has many other declarations, but I'm just counting the number of times oil occurs in this oils. Okay. So if I write oils dot count oil, so if I print it, so I got five. So which is true. You see, I have all I used almond oil, coconut oil, peanut, sunflower, and oil, olive oil. So I wrote oil five times in the entire string statement. Okay. I mean, you might be, you might be assuming like why do I need to learn all these and everything? Like you don't need to memorize them. I'm just telling you like how string methods work and what kind of string methods there are and everything. And you know how to join two strings, right? Like we have the first string is hello world and we have second string is something, right? You can join two strings. Okay, I can write something like fourth string equals to first string plus second string. Okay, let me write first string plus second string. No, if I just write oils.count, I mean it doesn't know that we are looking for a variable called oil. Sorry, we are looking for a word called oils. Like I can change the variable name. Like yeah, let's say if I write just oils.count, I won't get anything. If I write just oils.count and let me run it. Okay. Here you go. Oils need something. When I write oil, basically what I'm talking is about the things that are present inside the string. Okay, it doesn't worry about the variable name at all. Like just because the variable name happens to be oils, it will not look for oil inside the variable name. I mean, what if I wrote something like just let's say I'm writing something like murder equals to he didn't do anything. So what? Now if what do you think? So if I write murder.com, will it search for murder here? No, it is not. It is least concerned about the variable name. Okay. What it is concerned about is the things that are present inside the string. Okay. Just because I wrote oils, it doesn't know that oils is a plural of oil or anything. Okay, the Python doesn't know that oils is happens to be a plural of oil and we are looking for oil or anything. Just name the variable oils. What if I name the variable something like just something like yes, and I'll just write yes dot count. Okay, so what do you think? Now it is going to just look for s in this thing? No. So let me just write s equals to almond oil and everything. I'll just put s dot count oil, and it will give me the same output. That's all. Okay. Then one last thing that we can do is yeah. So Vamshi, what is this? We can join two strings. Like if you add plus between two strings, you can join two strings. For example, let's say I'm writing some new strings because those strings are too big. Let's say I'm writing a string called what variable names did I use until now? Did I use variable names like A and B? No, I did not use variable names like A and B. I'm commenting these out as well. Okay. Let's say I'm writing A equals to hi and B equals to how are you doing? Okay, sorry. And I can write something like C equals to A plus B, and I can write print C. Or instead of even using C, I can directly write print A plus B as well. I can write print A plus B. Okay, and if I run the program, I'll get what happened? Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. I forgot equals to here. Apparently, that is why it is showing me syntax error. Here you go. I got hi. How are you doing? And since like there is no space between, I mean, there is no space before how. When I print it out, this is what you get. I just get hi. How are you doing without any space. But if I want space, like I can give some space here. And if I print it right now, this is what I'll get. Hi, how are you doing? Okay. And another way to do it is like give space here. So I'm saying a plus some space. Inside this, I'm giving some space, and I am writing a plus b. If I write it like this as well, I'll get hi, how are you doing? Okay. So I can write that, and the other day we discussed about this, right? Like I can write print a into 10. Let's say if I write print a into 10, and I'll give some space just to be sure. Okay. If I write print a into 10, this is what I'll get. I get hi, 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 and for 10 times, right? That we know. But just because we can write a plus and a into, these are like additive statements, and this is just cumulative statement. Like these are not regular a plus or minus into, because I cannot write print a sorry. I cannot write print a minus b. I cannot write print a minus b because that statement is invalid in strings. Here you immediately I get an error here. Okay. So a minus b does not work, and even like I cannot write a by 10 as well. Just because I wrote a into 10, I cannot write a by 10. Even that will give me an error. Okay. So that is why in strings we can only use plus and into. Like, we cannot use here minus or division. Yeah. All right, Anshik. That being said, what else? Now I think we are in a position to move to. I think we are in a position to move to list. But before we do that, let me just stop this.